Hello everyone, this is a free online tutorial for the new SAT Math section. This is problem number 27 found in practice test 5, section 4, calculator allowed. The mean score of 8 players in a basketball game was 14.5 points. If the highest individual score is removed, the mean score of the remaining 7 players becomes 12 points. What was the highest score? So the easiest way to look at this problem is to see what is being asked. So something is being asked here. What was the highest score? So this will be your variable, right? The highest score is what you need to find, and you assign a variable to it. So let h be the highest score. Okay, so h is something that we will need to find. Okay, in other words, we will solve for h. But in order to solve for h, we have to set up an equation of some sort that will involve the h and numbers, and then we can solve for h. Okay, so let's use the first piece of information. The mean score of 8 players in the basketball game was 14.5 points. So if the mean score of 8 players in the basketball game was 14.5 points, that means the sum of all of these 8 scores is 14.5 times 8, 116 points. Okay, this is the rule of having the mean given and the number of players or subjects that determine the mean. Okay, so the sum is going to be 14.5 times 8, 116 points. Okay, so now it says if the highest individual score is removed. So that means we're going to minus the h, right? Because h is one of the scores and that's the highest score that we will find. So we have to subtract it from 116 because it says if the highest individual score is removed, the mean score of the remaining 7 players becomes 12 points, right? Because there are now 1 players less, 7 players, because we removed the h, the highest score of the 8th player, right? Whoever the 8th player was. So we remove that, and then don't forget, we don't divide by 8 to find the mean, we divide by 7 because we're talking about 7 players and 7 scores only. So 116 minus h represents the sum of 7 scores, not including the highest score, okay? So divide by 7 and that equals 12 because it says the mean score becomes 12 points. And then, bingo, you're ready to solve for h. You just derived an equation involving the numbers and h. So all you do, you multiply by 7 both sides and you get 116 minus h is equal to 84 because 7 times 12 is 84. And then it becomes even easier, right? Because you add h on both sides, you get a positive h on one side of the equation, and then you subtract 84 from the other side. So you have 116 minus 84 is the value of h, and that equals 32. Answer choice C. Okay?